Right before the break, we brought you a story of Candace Roberts, a woman serving 13 months behind bars for driving drunk. We showed you her beautiful 11-month-old baby Azaria, who stays at Bedford Hills Correctional Facility, one of the few places in this country that allows mothers and their newborns to interact inside prison walls until the child is about a year old. But not all experts support the way things are being done at Bedford. Child psychologist and author Dr. Susan Bartell thinks that forming a bond, then taking the child away, could do more harm than good. And Dr. Belisa Vranich has a different opinion. She favors the bonding time and says it's crucial for a child's healthy development. So, Belisa, I'm going to start with you. Are we looking at a false, fake environment that they are bonding in? Because that is not the environment that they will live in.
It's not, but it's a crucial time. So for the child, it really doesn't matter if they're at home, if they're at someone else's home, if they're wherever they are, they're with their mother. They don't really understand what surroundings they're in. All they know is that they're with the one they want to be with, that's breastfeeding them, that they need a connection to.
What are they getting from the mother at that point, that first year to 18 months? What
Besides getting breastfed?
Absolutely, which of course we know is for the antibodies in the child, best for the kid.
But they're having that biological connection that's absolutely necessary for the mother to be able to connect with the baby with the mother, but again, mother with baby. So very important for the child, but also really important for the mom.
Is that what we should be caring about, Susan?
Star, I don't think it's what we should be caring about. I think that while I agree completely that early bonding is important, this feels to me like a get out of jail free card for mom. It's a way for her not to be serving her term. This is a time for this child to be with a mom or an alternate caregiver who could really be giving her a safe environment. This mother admitted herself that when she gets out of jail, she might go right back to drinking.
That's her biggest concern.
It's her biggest concern, that she might go back to drinking and driving, perhaps with this baby in the car. Someone needs to really give this mother a chance to get out of jail, to get herself back on her feet, to test her, to see if in fact she is a fit mother before she has a chance to really mother this child.
And one of the things that Belisa, I've got to tell you that I heard her say, she said for those of us who may be critical, that we should be put in a situation like this. And it bothered me because we weren't put in a situation.
Right.
She wasn't put in a situation. She put herself in a situation.
Right.
And in order to come out of prison rehabilitated, that's one of the things you have to do, is accept the responsibility that your behavior puts you in that situation. And I'm concerned that that may be the fake environment of this program.
Okay, I've got a lot to say about that.
Yes, ma'am.
Number one is that the term is not shorter because her child is in jail.
Correct.
So she serves her time. And we have to remember that I would love the child to be somewhere else where they're going to be so they don't have that transition time. But the reality is that most of these children don't have a place to go to. Most kids go to their maternal grandmother. 80% go to the maternal grandmother. This child, for instance, cannot go to the maternal grandmother, and a lot of them can't. So we
and with that woman's
decision,
background, we don't know. We want that child to be with any of her relatives.
A lot of these mothers, 75% of them, 75 to 80% have experienced domestic violence and sexual and physical abuse themselves. So when you send the child back to a family or their family, what kind of environment is that? For me, this is the better of two choices, is them to be with the mom, have those safe 18 months. The mom is safe in their 18 months.
Yes, we don't even know how safe it is. Really.
I know that's one of your concerns.
We don't know that it's safe. Again, these are mothers who are in jail. They are possibly violent.
Well, they're not, because that's something I did. I pulled
this
because I was concerned, same as you. I pulled this, that not all inmates can participate in the program. They pay attention to things like lengthy sentences, serious emotional or psychiatric problems, poor past performances of parenting. In other words, you are screened before you get the opportunity to no violent offenses.
Okay.
So at least the people who get the privilege of participating in the program have the best chance at succeeding. But prison is prison.
It still is prison, and these are they are in a maximum facility prison. Yes. So these are women who have this is not sort of Britney Spears and Lindsay Lohan. These are not women, who have sort of committed minor crimes and who have DUI.
Actually, the DUI that Candace committed is the same DUI that Paris committed.
Not once.
Yeah, but see, in New
Probably
York,
many times.
But we don't be messing around up in New York. You be going to Bedford Hills,
true.
okay?
That's true.
And not for 23 days.
Not for a few hours, maybe,
exactly.
right? A few minutes.
We don't play that.
But again, these babies need a chance, at least when at all possible, to be in a stable environment, not in prison with someone who's going to come out of prison and possibly go right back to what, the recidivism rate for women in prison, or for anyone in prison, is so high when they come out of prison to go back to drugs and alcohol.
Candace is very honest about that, and we are going to keep our fingers crossed.
Absolutely. Not
not just for Candace, but more importantly for baby Azaria.
And for me, that baby is going to motivate her. So if we're going to give her a good chance and give her a motivator to stay clean, I think that baby will help her.
Hopefully the baby will.
Well, you know what? I'm going to keep my fingers crossed for Candace, and I'll keep the audience informed. I want to thank Susan Bartell and, of course, Belisa Vranich. These doctors, they know what they're talking about. No one's going to argue that early bonding with children is crucial for development. But God forbid we should spend this kind of money on women and children who are not in the prison system. Maybe they wouldn't end up there in the first place. Next, my open letter.